Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode number 6 of The Burning Wheel Patronage. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening so far. I am, of course, joined by all of my wonderful players. How's everybody doing?
I am good.
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
I managed to get all the cameras in the right place because they were all
Wow.
messed up.
Oh my god. Dave, you have so much fate. Sorry. I wasn't here last week. That was very exciting for a moment.
So you said he had so much feet, and I was like, what?
Wasn't he a hand collector? Was it just collecting the hands and the feet just end up in a big pile?
Yeah.
No, this is getting weird. It's getting weird. Ashley,
This,
get me
this
out.
is weird. Ash, how's it going? How's your week been?
My week has been busy.
Busy is good.
Yeah. I tried playing Fortnite last night. That was
How'd it go?
certainly a video game that I played on the internet.
I have played.
Did
one
you
evening
stream
of Fortnite
this?
as well.
Can I watch the VOD?
Yes. My chat did start describing it as Fortnan because apparently I just started being a grandma while
Good.
I went around. I killed like 3 people.
Amazing.
It was in
That's
the
better than I managed.
in the evening.
You should talk to Kaylee because she's apparently really good at shooting video games.
I'm real bad at it. I'm real bad at video games, I think. I had to start off, it put me in a group with some random people that I didn't.
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, this is a very unpleasant experience. So then I worked out how to not be in a group with other people, and then I worked out that eventually hiding from other people in the game itself is also advantageous.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
as far as I can
Not
tell,
being
Fortnite
out
is
in the open.
where you try your best not to interact with anyone at all, and if you do have to interact with someone, you shoot them so you don't have to interact anymore. Which sounds like my jam, but
From what I've gathered from people I know who have played it and general internet memery is the time to kill is really high in that game unless you have a shotgun, and the shotgun is really broken. And that's all I know about it.
I found lots of different kinds of guns. They have different levels of guns.
Oh yeah, there's like
They have
legendaries.
they have the World of Warcraft like color levels, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this one's a purple one. It must be good. And I was like, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Like
A magic shotgun. I mean, they also have the like deploy a fort grenade.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, you throw a grenade.
I found a thing that when I found a thing, a magical potion or something, that when I smash it, I get teleported into the sky and start falling. I don't know. It was
The game
Yeah.
is weird. And props to like the developers for like making a battle royale game that doesn't like stay stale and they do a new thing.
I remember when they did the Infinity Gauntlet like tie-in event thing.
Yeah.
For a while in Fortnite, the Infinity Gauntlet from the Marvel movie just would show up, and if you grabbed it, you became Thanos for
Yeah.
a while until somebody murdered you, and you had like giant laser beams, and you could jump super high. Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, they found the magical formula of. They brought that game. They made it not look like a dog had tried to eat it, and they put it on console. And it turns out very compelling format.
Yeah, very compelling.
I found myself trying to like describe all of the fashion, and as far as I can tell, the sillier the fashion, the more important, the more serious the player is.
Yes.
And so therefore, like, more likely to die from someone who's wearing like horse pants.
Yeah, this checks out.
Yeah, that checks out.
See what happens.
Death rode in on a white horse.
Dave, please save us. How's your week been?
Yeah, I don't play Fortnite. That's
Good.
nuts.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, you haven't been playing Fortnite. That's good.
Yeah.
Defining myself by one thing I haven't done.
Yes. I have never been skiing.
Same.
This is compelling content, y'all.
Finbar.
Fucking great radio.
I have to ask, how was Kylie?
Kylie was great.
Great.
There were a lot of gay people there.
I am not surprised.
Yeah. Also, because I hadn't really listened to the new album that she was doing, and she's got this whole like country thing going now, which I wasn't expecting, but worked pretty well.
Okay. Great.
Also, I discovered because she took like an interval for a bit, and just before the interval played, like there's the build of the Chain, Fleetwood Mac's The Chain.
Okay. Yes, one of the best songs ever written.
Exactly. And I had this moment where, oh my god, I didn't know this was all I wanted in life until this moment. And then like there was a scripted, the phone rang and she's about waiting for this call, and then she walked off stage and they just finished a few more bars, and I was like, and now I have been denied. I have been for a brief moment I thought I was going to get Kylie Minogue covering Fleetwood Mac.
See,
and it didn't happen, and now that is what the universe needs to deliver to me.
See, so this is why I will posit to you, my lovely players, that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is a perfect film.
It's better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
It is a perfect film. So when they crash the spaceship, and Rocket and Star-Lord, yeah, that's the one, have their falling out, they play Fleetwood Mac's The Chain, and it's a great scene, and they're like walking away from the spaceship, going like ego spaceship, and it's like really emotional, and you get like the sad shots of Rocket like trying to fix the spaceship. It's great, but you're sitting there thinking, they kind of wasted Fleetwood Mac's The Chain in Act 1 of this film. But then at the end of the film, for the final like fight of the film, they bring it back and they play Fleetwood Mac's The Chain again, not when they're all splitting up, but when they're all back together and they're reforming their chain of love.
It's like a theme.
It's a theme. The film is perfect.
I have no idea what any of this is about. I haven't seen this film. I don't know what this song is. I'm sure it's quite good.
It's very good. It's very good.
Probably okay.
Basically, that film is perfect. That song is perfect.
I quite liked the Thor one with the gay lady.
Yes.
Also very good.
Also very good.
And Pastel Daddy, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. About it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like 3 amazing Marvel movies in a row, and my
See, this is the thing. I haven't seen Infinity War because I don't need to. I've seen the best Marvel film.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't include Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War is not included in that. You had Black Panther.
I have love for
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, then Black Panther, then Thor Ragnarok, and like that's like the holy fucking trinity of Marvel films.
Yep.
Though that new animated Spider-Man that's coming out looks rad as hell.
I wanted to mention it and I forgot, so thank you very much. I watched that trailer, I saw Gwen Stacy's hair, and I know what fucking haircut I'm getting next.
Look, John Mulaney is playing Spider-Pig, and look, just if you haven't seen, as a Netflix special he did, I think there's also like a clip of it on YouTube, but if you haven't seen John Mulaney do his bit about how Donald Trump, about how living under Donald Trump is like living knowing there is a horse in a hospital, you're missing something in your life.
Great.
The whole thing is that it is equivalent to having a horse loose in a hospital, and that no one has really any idea what will happen, and yeah,
Great.
Purpose knows what's up. But yeah,
Right.
no, that trailer looks great, and I'm very excited for that movie.
Mhm.
I know what will happen if a horse is loose in a hospital.
Bad things.
It will pick over some things and then leave.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, it will try, but how will it leave? Will it go through the doors? Through a window? Will it somehow get upstairs and leave through an upper window? Will it use the elevator?
Horses don't
Did
like
you know a
stairs.
horse could use the elevator? I didn't know they could do that. Is the horse secretly smart? Who knows?
I feel like you're overcomplicating this, Finbar.
Like, would I overcomplicate something, Ash? Have I ever been known to overcomplicate anything?
I'm not sure what happened between me picking up this water from downstairs and now, but I feel like there are like copious amounts of something in here because like everything everyone's saying makes no sense at all.
I'm sorry. The literal start of this Zoom call was Finbar explaining the most ridiculous JRPG game in the world. Don't explain it, 'cause we'll be here forever.
Just after you watch this wonderful stream, go to the Cool Ghost YouTube channel and look for their video on Disgaea 5 and then bask in the just
Yeah.
bag full of drugs that is that game.
Should we go over some character beliefs?
Let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
play Burning Wheel. It's been like 2 weeks since I've been here. I'm excited.
So Ash, do you want to start with Sophia's beliefs?
Hello, I'm Sophia Gabrielli. I believe I have been cold and hungry never again. I will make an investment to support me. I should be recognized for my difference. I will have an exhibition all of my own.
An exhibition
Father.
all of your own.
Father doesn't respect Martin. I will discover what it will take to change that.
Okay. Let me copy those. Do you want to go through your?
I always have a
instincts and
tasty snack
traits?
on hand. I never bow to etiquette. I always flirt with the brightest in the room. I'm reckless. I have sea legs, mind-numbing work, charming, blithe, romantic, and materialistic.
Cool.
I sold a painting,
You did sell a painting. I was very proud.
which I think means I win.
Yeah, you win the patronage.
You've successfully sold an art. The first of us to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I accomplished selling an art the session before I died. So,
Yeah, but you died.
yeah. So don't die this session. And
But you didn't get any
you are
money.
winning. True. I died before I got the money.
You died before you got the money.
Okay. Yeah, you're winning. You're winning, budding with patronage.
Yeah. Finbar, do you want to go through Adriana's?
Yes,
stuff?
indeed. I am writing Belief 1 out, but
Okay.
Belief 2 is getting a toe into the Piazza could be valuable, and Vito's now abandoned theatre may be my route in. I shall find out how to acquire it from the city.
Okay.
And Arya saved my life
No.
when we were girls. I shall repay the favor to her daughter. I shall find out what Elia wants to do with her life and support her.
Okay, great. And you've got that empty one.
Yeah, I think my first belief is I'm gonna make it about the captain, the watch captain, who's hunting for Bianca and killed
Okay.
Vito. Which Captain Lucrezia is on a crusade for my friends, I guess. And is on
I
a
mean,
crusade.
just on a crusade is enough.
yeah.
There's enough context.
I will find out what drives her. Is that?
That's like an actionable belief.
Yeah. I want to get. Yeah, I think I want to understand this person.
Yeah.
Before I then start trying to dismantle her
Yeah.
operation. So yeah. So that's gonna be my belief. Because yeah,
Okay.
like she killed a person who I used to care about, and she's threatening another one who I definitely care about.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Cool. Instincts. I still need to rewrite this one. But debts must always be repaid. still not quite. It's not a good instinct for bending wheel, but yeah, it's thinking about the character I think is true.
Yeah,
always know something.
I think I said last time you played, like, that's a belief, not an instinct.
Yeah, but it's a fate farm belief, which I don't really want to have at the moment. So instinct 2 is always know something else, always know something no one else in the room does. And instinct 3, always find out the price of beautiful things, which last time led me to corrupting an alchemist with the power of materialism. My traits are: I am intense, paranoid, romantic, and materialistic. And then I have call-on traits of being pennywise, I am live, and I am driven.
Cool. Dave, tell us about Alov.
Oh, okay. All right. Beliefs 1 and 2 have changed, so they might need to be changed on this.
Okay, cool.
Belief 1. I can't seem to make a living selling things. Maybe I should try fixing things instead.
It's a good belief.
Second belief is I should practice talking to people. Nobody seems to listen to me.
Oh.
Belief 3 is I'll make a name for myself to replace my clans until I can reclaim it.
Yeah, I like that one. Cool. Excellent. Those are some good beliefs.
Thanks. I got some instincts as well. Some traits.
Cool.
Always offer my opinion on a problem. Never leave something broken. And bring the right tool for the job. Or make one.
Great.
And I'm bearded, determined, hard work, humility, accustomed to the dark, branded a coward, clumsy, geometric, greed, I'd sworn, shaped from earth and stone, and stout.
Great. So Ash has disappeared. Oh, she's back. Great. Who wants to go first?
No. I want someone to get the bad rolls out of the way.
Okay.
I feel like I'm due some luck this session. I want to succeed this session. It'll be amazing.
Hang on. There we go. I think that's my YouTube.
I can't post links, so yeah.
There
are VODs.
Yes, there are
all
VODs.
our games.
That's those there.
Finbar, do you have an idea of a scene you'd like to do?
So the last time I left off, I had made I had successfully made a circles roll to go meet what was their name? Mateus, an advocate, a city advocate who kind of manages like seizures of property.
Yes, you have
people who are now prisoners or executed or whatever. So I guess pick up there.
Sure. Yeah.
Having met back up with Elia, my secretary, and attending his appointment.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So. Yeah, so I guess this is probably the first time we see something that's been in the background of a lot of shots. Sort of visible from the Piazza, like up along the street, is the Signoria, which is the seat of government in the city. And so it's I think it's got a it's kind of a round building with like an extra wing attached. The round building is quite old. It's got a lot of columns. It's like a clean, polished white stone. And then the sort of the wing attached to it is a newer building in sort of a darker stone,
Okay. Yeah, I guess that with the growth of wealth of the city,
Yes,
there's been a lot more things to manage.
Yeah. So the sort of the sort of round building is where the where the actual like the signoria is in, like the group of people that are the government meet in that building, and then attached to it are all the offices and things for all of the clerks and the advocates and the
bureaucratic hive.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Cool.
So,
right, and yeah, so
I think we probably get a shot of that building, and then like a following shot of Adriana walking down like the labyrinthine corridors, being led by like a young boy to where the offices you're going to.
Yeah, and I imagine there's lots of like paintings by the city's assorted masters on the walls. Like this is one of those buildings that's got to be quite, like, I would imagine is like decorated pretty richly. Like, I haven't got the impression we're a city of like restraint.
Yeah, no. So the floors are like black marble.
Oh dang.
And then
so we get the little like clicks.
Yeah, the like the click of shoes down the hallway. And then there's like very rich like wooden frames on all of the office doors. And then like every time there is a blank where there would be a blank piece of wall, there is a painting of something. There's several paintings of the building. There are paintings of the city, the surrounding hills, the port.
Do any of the paintings of the building include the wall that has the painting on it, so that it's like nested?
No, but that would be a brilliant idea for a painting.
That's too abstract for where art is currently.
Yes.
Can lead that movement.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so I imagine I'm like being followed by Elliot at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, I arrive at the office and kind of politely enter. And yeah, let me know what was his.
Yeah. So Mateus like opens the door, like, and it's a squeeze, right? He like has to like squeeze around the door to get it open.
Right.
And yeah, that you see his office, and it's basically like a broom closet, like in terms of size.
Okay.
He's got a desk that's pushed against. I think it's very reminiscent of Vito's old office. Except the difference is this room is actually a lot bigger. There's just an enormous bookshelf that is filled with books and scrolls and loose papers, and there's stuff on all of the floor.
Yeah, I think I go, Mateus. It'll be she's very polite, so it'll be Senor Mateus, it's so good to see you. And I like, I don't know what the like, because we're of roughly equal social standing. I don't know if there's like, because whether he's supposed to like greet me in some polite way, but I guess like maybe this is an etiquette role. But yeah, like the polite greeting for like, we might be equals, but I'm in your place of work. I'm showing a deal of deference and respect. That's what I'm
Yeah, why don't you make an etiquette roll and see if...
Okay, do I have etiquette? I don't think I do.
This is a fairly easy... This is like an odd one etiquette roll.
I have etiquette.
You do, but you're not in the scene.
It is etiquette. That's not like specifically...
It's just, I don't usually have any skills.
Yeah, we're kind of like because of the way we've set up the setting, we're kind of pushing the limits of what etiquette means, because
Yeah,
like these kinds of people are a lot more important than
sure.
in like Burning Wheel as the like 15th century France
Yeah.
analog. So I think etiquette is the right skill here.
Sure. Okay. What is etiquette rooted off of?
Will and perception.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so diddly diddly. So I have an aptitude of. Oh, I need to do 6 tests. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I didn't actually use that wise. That's why that's there. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So no modifiers. I'm not using Arthur on this. Just saying hello. Base obstacle 1. No additional complications.
Nope.
Diddly.
You did it.
Cool. I did. I'm so good at this.
Yeah, so it's I think it's proper for you to curtsy. And yeah, like as you say,
Yeah.
greet him as Senor Mateus, or Senor his last name, which I don't think we've.
I haven't written it down.
He has a last name. I don't care what it is.
Maybe it's just advocate. Like while I'm here, it's advocate Mateus. It was like the polite way to refer to him. Of like if I'm going for the respect both for him and his office. So yeah, I think that's probably it. So as he opens the door, there's like a curtsy with a advocate Mateus. It's so good to see you again.
Yeah, and he bows his head and says, Madam Adriana, always a pleasure. He takes your hand and kisses it.
Yeah, and I like play nod. And I go, may I come in?
Yes. I'm afraid your assistant may have to wait outside. I don't have much room.
Yeah, I nod and I go, I understand that when one is busy, documentation can pile up. It's a hazard of my old business as well. Elia, be a dear and wait out here for me, will you? And yeah, I will kind of slide in and try to be as like graceful as possible, so it doesn't look like
yes,
trying not to do the awkwardly moving through a cramped space. And I follow him in and kind of sit on the other side of his desk.
Definitely no. So his desk is like against the wall.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, so he's got a chair in front of the desk, and then there's one like next to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I imagine I sit first, and then he does, because like waiting on the lady to sit is probably a tradition.
Yes.
And I go, it seems to have gotten even busier in here recently. Been Are you even more successful than when we last met?
If a number of papers is a measure of success, then perhaps. But no, there's been more and more foreclosures and purchases, and you don't want to hear all the messy details.
I'm sure you have to live through them plenty of times without reliving it for me. I came to, though, hopefully take one of those off your hands. I understand there was a criminal executed.
We do those, yes.
Name of Vittorio Astoranza. He owned a small theater in Piazza dell'Arte.
You'll have to be more specific, Adriana. There are 12 theatres in the Piazza, and I don't keep track of criminals who are executed.
Well, I'll cut to my point. You're a busy man. I would like to purchase this theatre. It's called the La Fiore di Rosa. It is relatively well positioned, and I believe it would make a suitably advantageous acquisition for me and my budding private enterprises. Now, I could wait for things to move through the works of the city, but these things take time, and as you say, there are 11 other theaters that need to be dealt with. I was hoping that a little bit of aid and relying a little bit on our relationships over the years, you might be willing to expedite some paperwork for me.
He says, he looks kind of like admonished, and says, Adriana, I know we've done business before, but you know, I'm really trying to secure a more firm position in the Signoria. If I'm accepting bribes.
I wouldn't want this to be a relationship based purely on transactions of money. We're both wealthy enough that we don't need to rely on such uncouth behavior.
He looks like he's about to say something and then stops.
I don't have gossip wise. Okay.
What wises do you have?
I mean, I have city wise, I have law wise, I have currency wise. I also have bureaucracy and rule of law. This is an area in which I am familiar, but not like intimately on his. So I guess
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to tackle this a slightly different way. Can I use... So, he's trying to, like, resolve a bunch of cases of, like, buildings seized from criminals or people who aren't paying their debts and things like that. Which I imagine there is a issue of jurisdiction between, like, who should manage this? The city or the banks who lent the person the money to buy the thing? And I guess, like, I'm not going to...
That would be a law-wise test.
Cool. Can I roll law-wise to establish
You can roll law-wise to establish that, absolutely. Where has my map gone on Roll20? What are you doing? Yeah, so I think this is like knowing like a matter of like jurisdictions and like what Mateus's job is right now. I think that's probably an ob to law-wise.
That seems to check out to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I fork in rule of law? City-wise?
Yep.
Because it is the law of... bureaucracy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably not administration. Not really read and write. I don't think we're specifically doing current... Okay, I think that's it. So 3 modifiers. Yeah. No Arthur. And the base obstacle was 2.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Close. So you got it. So you know that like Mateus's jobs, like from a jurisdiction point of view, is normally quite straightforward. Either he has been, either he's on a job from the Signoria, and it's a case of criminal property or dealing with like inheritance of property. And like in that case it's just a case of working out if there's a next of kin or if the property goes to the city and is put up for auction. The other stuff, like if it's like foreclosures and like loan repayments and things, like that is very specifically the bank has come to him and said, we need you to do this paperwork, and then he takes it back to the bank and then the bank handles that.
Okay.
Like there's never really a case of
Them butting heads.
Yeah.
Dang. I was hoping
Like
to be...
if the banks want property that belonged to a criminal, they can go to the auctions and buy it.
Sure. Okay. Well, that unfortunately, Alex, my plan there was be like, I'll introduce you to some powerful people within the banking guild so that you can make friends and form a harmonious relationship where you both get to smooth these processes out. But and in exchange, you can do all the dirty dealings between the lot of you want, and I won't have to be involved, and you'll put my paperwork at the top. Okay. In which case, I wouldn't dream of being so gauche as to bribe you, but I would like something expedited. You appear to be somewhat burdened currently. Perhaps we can come to some arrangement with a few hours of my secretary's time. It would be good for her to study under someone other than just myself, get a wider range of knowledge. It would help you to have someone else to deal with these. I imagine lots of this requires very careful study of the law, but lots of this requires someone to write a date and signature at the bottom of a lot of forms.
And he nods and he says, an extra pair of hands would indeed be helpful, but Adriana, it's not simply a case of expediting the paperwork. If, like you say, this property belonged to a criminal who was executed, then rightfully the city owns it and it has to be put to auction. I simply cannot allow you to buy it outright. There are statutes in play here.
Statutes, Finbar. Statutes.
I'm trying to think of like what skill I need to roll to like go, okay, but where's the crack that this can fall through? Because it's happened before.
Like rule of law, you could roll.
Okay, in which case, yeah, I would like to roll. Yeah, I'd like to roll rule of law to be like, here is the bit of legalese.
Yeah.
That means you can like make this fall in such a way that like, if like prior to the auction, somebody comes along and they have like a interest in the property, they can just offer a flat sum for it. Something on like I
or like there's something to do with the fact that he was arrested before he was like yes, because he was executed within 24 hours of his arrest. The blah 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 blah. Right?
Or like
so
I buy his mortgage on the property as opposed to the property itself, and as such like.
Well, the property didn't have a mortgage. You never established any debts.
Fair.
Vito
Vito like he
paid for that outright,
and then was very poor. That is true.
You're not buying the theater. You're just buying the land it's on.
Yeah, something like that. Like finding just that little tiny.
So this is
going to be difficult.
It is going to be difficult. It's either commercial law, which is ob 4, or it's a technicality, which is ob 5. I'm willing to go with the ob 4. I feel like this falls under like commercial law. You're trying to buy something.
Okay. Cool.
Now make it 5. I want to see you fail. Few greens.
Okay, so
it's time for red.
Forking law-wise and city-wise. Because it is the law of this city.
Yeah.
What is the text of administration? Is that like when does that apply?
It's like a downtime skill that you
skill of running a business organization, so it's not really that, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's definitely bureaucracy.
Okay, well, I thought bureaucracy definitely then. Can I fork persuasion as I am convincing him that this weird statue?
No.
Okay.
You're just establishing that there is one.
Okay,
Then you can roll your persuasion to convince him of it.
Yeah. Administration. Counting, haggling, currency-wise doesn't really come in yet.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 3 forks. Damn it! I need routines. Okay, so 3 modifiers. This is pretty important to me. I might spend my persona. I'm gonna spend a persona.
Okay.
And the base obstacle is 4.
How many persona does that put you on?
1.
1. Okay. Just
I
wanna make
spent
sure the
1
ones
and
have...
I gained 1.
Yeah.
So, base obstacle 4. Da 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 da. Ah, that's frustrating.
No 6s.
No 6s.
So yeah, basically the only thing, and I think Mateus like says as much. Like the only thing he can do is make the auction happen sooner.
Yeah. Yeah, and Adriana.
Make the auction happen at like a weird time when no one will go.
Yeah, I guess that's the tact of like. I guess yeah. No, I want to be like, okay, I will lend you my secretary
Mm-hmm.
to help you clear this backlog, so you can like go home.
Mm-hmm.
In exchange, like, just shuffle the timings in such a way that it's like no one would expect this to appear in that auction. Like, it's an auction where they'd be selling off like some fish stalls at the in the docks, and oh yeah, we also have this theater. So the wrong crowd of people will be there.
Okay, yeah.
Which is not illegal. Just would look weird, but it's like,
Yeah.
look, it'll be fine. You won't be in the office for anyone to question you because you'll get to go home early.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that is persuasion.
Yes, that is persuasion.
What is my obstacle?
He's the lawyer, so he's probably... I'd say he's probably 4 will.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
Haggling for how many hours of my secretary's time this is equivalent to.
I'll allow it.
Okay. City-wise, because I know about these auctions and when ones I want him to put it in are.
Mm-hmm.
Law-wise, because he is an officer of the law.
Well, he's not an officer of the law.
Advocate of the law.
Yes.
Cool. No actual money is changing hands, so it's not currency-wise or accounting. I don't think it's really rule of law. That's too specific, so I think that's just 3. 7 dice on 3. 7 dice on 4. Routine. Yes, it is. Nice. Okay, cool. Made it. Not using any alpha on this one. Base obstacle 4. Whoops. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. Oh, there's 2 6s in there.
2 6s. Roll those 6s.
Slash R space 2d6. Yes.
You did it. Yeah, so Mateus, like, I really shouldn't be doing this. Okay, there's an auction happening. Hang on. And he like pulls out like a tome, flips to a page and sort of runs down a table of numbers. Yes, there's something happening in the docks tomorrow. It's early. I think they're selling ships. We confiscated some old pirate vessels. I can try and get it in there, but that's That's the best I could do.
Yes, and Adriana, like, I appreciate your hard efforts. I would be very grateful if you could make that happen for me. Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm good with that. Yeah, and I think the my next scene might be a sort of more abstract one of me like circling up some people to go like grab.
Well, hang on a
as soon as, like, leaflets appeared
second.
with this auction and be like, and just take all of them. No one is allowed to know this auction is happening.
On a second.
Yes.
You gotta talk to Elia first.
True. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to do that in a little?
I mean, we like she's waiting right outside.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to haggle with my employee outside the office of this man.
Mm-hmm.
I will like communicate with him at a later date. Once like terms have been agreed that are mutually agreeable and blah blah blah.
Well, there isn't really a later date. If he's gonna do this thing for you, it's gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not saying like you only get to have my secretary till tomorrow. It's like you get her like 1 day a week for the month, or something.
Okay.
So yeah, I will. And yes, one doesn't conduct business in the hallway. Yes. So I think I thank him. I say I will be in touch through some correspondence shortly to for the agreed upon amount of time for my secretary. And if he could let me know when he's like, if there are any preferred times for him, I would be very grateful. And yes, I will leave then, and yeah, I'll let someone else have a go for a while, and I'll work on Elia.
Okay.
Cool.
Ashton.
Hi.
Have you got an idea of what you want to do?
So I'm trying to remember, like, the thing we finished on for me last time was selling the painting, wasn't it?
Yes.
In which case... what did we decide that was? That as far as... Because I did poorly at... or rather, he did poorly... our friend did poorly. Gia did poorly at hooking me up with good money.
You got a single coin.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, where did I put that? Oh, that's where I put it. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. Yes, you have a coin that you could do something with, make a resources test.
Sweet cash guy.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go home to Martin and be like, Martin, like, you know, look, and like, you know, put the money down on the table and be like,
well, he was at the
Oh, that's right, he was there. So like, I'm gonna
yeah.
go and show him and be like,
Yeah.
I sold a painting, and I'm like, and like, yeah, I think I'm gonna like turn to him and be like, I'm going to make an investment.
Yeah, so he when you say you sold a painting, he like he does the whole like lifts you up in the air and like spins you, twirls you around.
Yay!
And is super excited. He's like, oh my god, this is the first step, my dear.
And I'm like, I couldn't have done it without your paintings, Martin. They were amazing. Everyone loves them. I feel so special that you that you made them just for me.
And he says, "Okay."
Carefully slides little business, not business card thing off the table.
Of course, my dear. I'd do anything to help you achieve your dreams.
And I'm like, what should I do with the? I'm like, it's not a lot, but I should do something with the money, Martin. Maybe I can help you. um, seeing as you helped me with the paints, maybe I can help you with it. Is there anything that you need for your laboratory or supplies or anything? I know that you don't worry too much about material things. You're not a very material person, but maybe there's something I can do to help.
He like scratches his head and says, Sophia dear, you don't have to worry about me. The laboratory is very well stocked, and don't worry, I have supply chains and everything for what I need. You should spend this hard-earned coin on something for you.
Yeah, and she's like, kind of confused, or like a little bit like doesn't quite click, and she's like, you're right. I should invest it in something to so that it can I should invest it in something so that it can make returns.
And
Hello, the bank. I've got £10 here. Can I open an account?
Yeah.
He scoffs and then catches himself doing it, and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You almost sounded like your father."
I'm like, yeah, wow. And I'm like, my father's a very smart man. Not a nice one, but a smart one.
Absolutely, I agree 100% with both of the things you said.
And I'm like, I think I say to him, I'm like, everyone thinks I'm so frivolous. I'm not. I just make use of the tools I have.
Yes,
but I'm not a fool. I know. I know not. I don't know not to send things to waste. And she's like, yeah. I think she's like. I think she says, this isn't enough money to buy a business or anything. But maybe there's something that we can do to make sure that we can make more money on more paintings in future. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to see if Martin has any suggestions for good uses of money that might be beneficial to future painting endeavors.
Yeah.
Maybe a dwarf might be able to craft.
Yeah. And so he says, "Well, my dear, your painting style is indeed unique, but have you considered?" And he takes your hands. He says, "Your wonderful hands, they could do this."
Pardon? You cut out for a second.
He says, "Your wonderful hands could do so much more with brushes."
I'm going to go and buy some brushes. I would like to go and buy a painting kit.
But like a dwarven artifice painting kit.
Well, I'm like, but the brushes that they make, the brushes that everyone here makes are so fine and delicate they just fall apart. They're so shoddy.
You're speaking my language.
Try and buy dwarven goods with a single.
I would like to try and find someone who can make me paintbrushes that aren't shoddy.
I can make you war art tools. I don't know if that's any good.
I mean, they say art is love, and love is a battlefield, so transitive property, I guess.
Is this a thing you can do, Dave?
A painting sword.
I don't think so. I'm afraid. I don't think so.
Oh, come on, there must be a ridiculous.
It's about working with metal. I could make metal paintbrushes, but they wouldn't be very good because the bristles would be, metal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like painting with steel wool.
What about if they were like? Give me a second.
But it says black metal art tools. Is that? I assume that's the tools for
that's-
black metal artists.
Yeah, I think that's black metal art tools.
Yes, not art tools.
No.
What about like chisels and things?
Yeah, if
Yes,
you want
like-
to do sculpting, yeah.
Sculpting tools?
I can certainly make those.
Because I've got sculpture 2.
Same. That's the one I'm supposed to be good at.
That's the one you're supposed to be good at. Okay, buddy.
Wow.
Look, I don't want to. I think I need to. Just need to go and like go shopping and find some paintbrushes then.
Martin also says, or if you wanted to continue painting the way you do, you could use the coin to hire a model, or
buy better hands.
That's
Finger
true.
extensions.
Yeah. So, I think my, because the thing is, I want to realistically, I want to use this coin to make his making of fancy paints better, so that he doesn't need to go to, Finbar, your character is not listed. I can't see your character in the general list. Adriana.
Adriana, yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm trying to wonder if I can undercut Adriana, but
Oh, honey, with a single coin? That's a
look, he's my husband. Now it just fucking circles up someone to sell me, sell me some paintbrushes.
I think you already have like a painting toolkit, right?
Do I? Why didn't I use that?
Well, it's not that it gives you a bonus.
It's
you
that
should-
it lets you do it.
You can
Okay,
do it
I want a
without
nicer
minus 2
one.
without it.
None of us have been doing it, but there's a thing where you do a skill that requires those things, and they can get used up. We've
I think we've
Oh,
done
yeah,
it
right,
with
I
a few
remember now,
things.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I
cool.
think 'cause you bought a workshop in character creation,
Yeah.
Ash?
Yeah, so that counts as a toolkit.
Right. Okay, that
You
makes
don't
sense.
use up that building if you. But yeah, we
Yeah.
should be rolling the die of fate whenever you do a painting roll.
Right. Cool. I'm gonna go and get sculptor's tools.
Okay.
I've made the best sculptor's tools that you will not be able to buy.
Hey, but you know that pretty lady who's rich, who you met recently, who could definitely lend you money.
How much is the sculptor's tools that I can't buy?
It's like op 5.
Yeah, it is expensive. I would actually struggle to buy them.
Yeah, they have like mechanical working parts that don't make any sense. I'm just like, yeah, it spins.
You can't explain it at all.
I don't really get it, but
I think it's interesting that like I can't buy it and you can't sell it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't sell anything. Like,
Some
if I
kind
try and
of
make shoddy things, they're bad. I've made one
merchant-
good thing, no one can afford it. I'm a mess.
Yeah. I think the problem is you just can't circles up anyone with enough money to sell those tools.
I would like to just okay. So I think I've heard of these. I've heard of these strange and mythical tools that like
You were
That-
like sniffing around them.
Oh yeah, it was. I
when
remember. I
Vito,
remember those calls. I'm gonna
called
go and
the
find that
corporate.
person and see if they can, and be like, I have a coin now. So yeah, Elov, I definitely like. Yeah, I. How hard is it to find Elov?
You can just find each other because you're both players.
Yeah.
You can just say you're both in a scene.
Yeah.
Do we
So
want to
yeah, I
take a
definitely like.
break and then?
Yeah, all right. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
Okay, we'll be back in like 4 or 5 minutes, and we will see what happens when Alov and Sophia meet once again. See you guys in a sec. No, go to the break screen.